I'm always angry.
Ever since the Hulk first smashed his way onto our screens, fans have been asking one question. Who is the best live-action Hulk? Is it Lou Ferrigno, the bodybuilding icon who brought the Green Goliath to life without a hint of CGI? Eric Bana, who gave us a brooding psychological take on Bruce Banner? Edward Norton, whose darker portrayal was as intense off-screen as it was on? Or Mark Ruffalo, the lovable genius turned rage monster of the MCU? Today, we're putting all these versions under the microscope, breaking down what worked, what didn't, and who deserves the crown as the ultimate live-action Hulk. Number 1, Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno was the first actor to portray Hulk on screen in the iconic The Incredible Hulk TV series from 1977 to 1982. Back then, there was no CGI. Just Ferrigno's massive green-painted physique smashing through walls and lifting cars. The show had a simple yet effective formula. Doctor David Banner, played by the brilliant Bill Bixby, wandered from town to town, always searching for a cure to his condition, but inevitably getting caught up in trouble. Every episode built up tension until Banner's frustration boiled over, triggering the transformation into Ferrigno's Hulk. What followed was a destructive rampage that often solved whatever problem Banner was facing, but at the cost of leaving chaos in his wake. What made Ferrigno's portrayal special was its physical authenticity. There were no fancy effects to mask his performance. It was all muscle, strength, and raw energy. When Ferrigno threw a car or smashed through a wall, it felt real. And despite the limitations of the time, the show managed to capture the loneliness and tragedy of Bruce Banner's journey. That haunting piano tune during the closing credits remains one of the most iconic sounds in television history. Even today, Ferrigno's Hulk holds a special place in the hearts of fans. He may not have had CGI or elaborate storylines, but his portrayal set the foundation for every Hulk that followed.
Talbot, yeah? You're making me angry. Oh, am I?
Number 2, Eric Bana. Eric Bana took on the role of Bruce Banner in the 2003 Hulk, directed by Ang Lee. This film was a bold departure from typical superhero fare, delving deep into the psychological aspects of Bruce Banner's character. Ang Lee wanted to explore the trauma and emotional baggage that fueled Banner's transformations, making the movie more of a psychological drama than a standard action blockbuster. Banner's portrayal was intense and introspective. His Bruce Banner was a man haunted by a troubled childhood and a fractured relationship with his father, played by Nick Nolte. You could feel the weight of his emotional turmoil in every scene as Banner struggled to suppress the monster within. Banner's performance captured the fear and sadness of a man who knew he was dangerous to those around him. When it came time for action, the movie didn't hold back. Hulk's desert rampage, smashing tanks, dodging missiles, and leaping across vast landscapes was visually stunning for the time. However, the CGI Hulk, with his oddly smooth skin and rubbery movements, didn't quite resonate with audiences. The pacing of the film was also a challenge. It took a long time to build up to the action, and some viewers felt the movie was too introspective for a superhero story. Despite its flaws, Banner's performance deserves more credit. He brought depth and complexity to Bruce Banner, even if the movie itself didn't fully connect with audiences. Number 3, Edward Norton. In 2008, Marvel Studios gave the Hulk another chance with The Incredible Hulk, casting Edward Norton in the lead role. Right from the opening scene, it was clear this movie was taking a different approach. Norton's Banner was a fugitive hiding from the military while desperately seeking a cure for his condition. Norton brought a raw intensity to the role. His Banner was highly intelligent but constantly on edge, knowing that even the slightest slip-up could unleash the monster inside. Norton's performance captured the paranoia, loneliness, and desperation of Bruce Banner, making him a more relatable and sympathetic character. The film's action sequences were a major highlight. From the tense factory showdown to the epic battle against the Abomination in Harlem, The Incredible Hulk delivered some of the most brutal and visceral Hulk scenes ever put on screen. The CGI was a significant improvement over previous versions, making Hulk look and move like a true force of nature. However, Norton's time as Hulk was cut short due to behind-the-scenes controversies. Norton, known for being heavily involved in the creative process, reportedly clashed with Marvel over the film's direction. He wanted a darker, more character-driven story, while Marvel was focused on building the larger MCU. These creative differences led to Marvel replacing Norton with Mark Ruffalo for the Avengers. Despite the fallout, Norton's portrayal remains a fan favorite for its intensity and grounded approach.
Not be bullied by that. Puny God.
Number 4. Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo made his debut as Bruce Banner in The Avengers 2012, and from the very first scene, he brought a completely different energy to the character. Ruffalo's Banner was charming, self-deprecating, and surprisingly relatable. He wasn't just a genius scientist, he was a man who had learned to live with the monster inside. Ruffalo's performance struck a perfect balance between brains and brawn. His chemistry with the other Avengers was undeniable. Whether he was trading quips with Tony Stark or forming a strong bond with Natasha Romanoff, Ruffalo's Banner felt like a fully realized character, someone who belonged on a team of Earth's mightiest heroes. One of the biggest game changers was the CGI. For the first time, Hulk looked and moved like a believable creature thanks to motion capture technology that captured Ruffalo's facial expressions and body movements. Now, this made Hulk feel more human and relatable even when he was smashing through alien invaders. As the MCU progressed, Ruffalo's Hulk underwent significant changes. In Thor Ragnarok, we saw a more talkative and humorous Hulk, showcasing a playful side we hadn't seen before. By Avengers Endgame, Banner and Hulk had merged into Professor Hulk, a fusion of brains and brawn. While this evolution was interesting, not all fans were on board. Some missed the raw, uncontrollable Hulk from earlier films. Still, Ruffalo's portrayal has been the most consistent and beloved across multiple movies. He brought depth, charm, and humanity to the role, making Hulk a key player in the MCU. Each actor brought something unique to the character, reflecting the era they were in. Lou Ferrigno showed us the raw power of the Hulk. Eric Bana explored the psychological complexities of Bruce Banner. Edward Norton brought intensity and realism, and Mark Ruffalo found the perfect balance between brains and brawn. So there you have it. 4 actors, 4 unique takes on the Hulk, each leaving their own mark on the character. Personally, I'd say Mark Ruffalo takes the edge for me, not just for his iconic performance, but for the way his portrayal has grown and evolved throughout the MCU. The character development has been incredible. But what do you think? Who's your favorite live-action Hulk, and why? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more superhero content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.